Dear ones, many of you are frightened because all you have known in 3D seems to be disappearing or shifting so dramatically you cannot determine how your former securities will remain relevant. Such is so because what was is no more. Even though we of the universes have relayed this phrase repeatedly, you did not realize how dramatically this phrase would affect your personal and global life. Your life of knowns is over. And you have yet to discover or create your personal safety arenas. So you feel depleted, angry, and frightened. How will I pay the rent or buy food? Where can my children go to school? Where will my parents live? Questions about your safety and that of family and friends. Much is being taken away with nothing in your belief replacing what has been removed. So, you attempt to solve those issues with 3D solutions that no longer work. This fear phase is designed to force you to create what you need for your path. It is time to acknowledge that you are a creator angel. No one else can make everything better for you. This is a decision time as well as a dividing line. Will you continue to fear the inevitable destruction of your 3D safety net, or will you alter your thought patterns and create what you need? Of course, that last line appears flippant to those who are afraid or do not believe in their ability to fly above the fray with little fear and much sparkling creation. You continue to live in 3D if you allow yourself to fear the necessary destruction of all that was seemingly right in 3D but too cumbersome and inappropriate in your new world. The pieces being destroyed were 3D constructions of outer directed power and control. You were safe if you filled out the correct paperwork, joined the right group, or placated the right person. All 3D actions directly related to expecting someone to take care of you and yours and playing a subservient role to others with more power. That 3D subservient role is over. No one is more or less powerful than you. At the same time, you must claim your power. What do you need or want, and what are you doing to create it? Historically, people survived and thrived in the worst of 3D times despite not accessing the skills you now have available. You created your foundation and built your framework. Now, it is time to fill in the walls and the roof. The only way you can do so is to know that the happenings of the outer world are not part of your world and will never be again. What do you need or want? Those are your walls and roof. The only way you can create them is to ignore what is happening in your 3D world, a world in which you are no longer a participant. Of course, many of you respond that you are concerned about others or do not have the skills or the belief to create what you need. And so, of course, you cannot. It is time for you to click your heels together and go home as Dorothy did in The Wizard of Oz after discovering she had the power to do so throughout her often frightening journey. Do not fret or fear. The outer world that seems to be upside down and inside out is no longer your world any more than is true of a funhouse at a local carnival. You can be frightened of the ongoing 3D world changes, or you can acknowledge that you are no longer of that world and create the world that is right for you. Jump across your line of fear. Ignore the warmongers and power brokers and realize they have limited 3D power, which is no longer relevant to you or anyone who does not wish to be under their spell. Just as you allowed your 2-year-old to have a temper tantrum, knowing it was irritating but not destructive to you or your 2-year-old. You are the adult in the room. Claim yourself and your power. You are no longer of 3D and will never be again. So it is. Amen.